Hold on, stop. Welcome back to the Shit Show 2.0.
Yeah, I'm actually amazed that we're all friends. Mike, I will reach across this table and the whole entire world will hear me bitch slap
Do
you.
you have any duct
Not
tape?
punch you, slap.
Oh, this is gonna go downhill real quick.
Hello, and welcome to Take on the World with
Jonathan.
Catherine. It's not, but he called himself Jonathan. His name isn't Jonathan.
and Michael.
Yeah, you are.
Michael.
Catherine. You told me there's no long
Hello,
to your name.
Michael.
Fetch me another
What?
Mountain
You
Dew,
said there's no
Michael.
long to your name.
There isn't. I was born with 5 letters in my first name. K-A-T-I.
K-T.
80.
What's your real name, Mike? Is it
Michael.
Michael?
Yeah.
I'm not Jonathan.
I know.
That's horrible. I feel sorry for anybody with that name. Jonathan. Sounds so bougie.
So this week, we stepped outside our box a little bit and did something
We
a little
don't have
different.
a box.
I wouldn't necessarily
There is
call
no
it
box.
stepping outside of our box. It's just that rather than just drinking the beer, we went a little extra. Tried to make our own.
Your homemade brew.
Yay.
Basement hooch.
Not basement hooch. It's just homebrew.
Alright, kitchen hooch.
I was going to say,
Okay, kitchen hooch.
Homebrew.
We're okay with that. So now I've been brewing beer for a long time. I feel like there's a story
yet
behind
another
that.
thing to add to Michael's resume.
I haven't done much in the last couple of years, so this was cool to get to do it.
You ever try making your own wine?
No, I never got into wine. My grandfather was a winemaker.
I wanted to years ago, and it just seemed way too confusing for me. So I didn't even try, because I need instant gratification.
I can't.
It's too tight.
Not the first time I heard that.
So, I don't know. Hopefully it came out good. We recorded some of the...
Yeah, I'll be
I think the first time you tried to record it, you forgot to hit the record button.
well, I didn't know what the record button was. It's not my camera.
They're on
You
the
know-
table. They're
you know-
the camera.
It's not my porn camera.
You can hate on Mike for forgetting to hit the record button, but while we're on the subject, you forgot to bring the
Oops.
GoPro.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so there is no video for this
amateur
podcast.
hour.
Whoopsie.
We're at amateur hour.
And if I had to blame somebody, I'd blame John.
Listen, priorities, bro.
Hmm.
So what'd you guys think of the process?
For what I actually got to see of it when you weren't too busy just doing it and not explaining it, it seems, fairly straightforward.
Are you saying I controlled the process?
Never. Would never even insinuate the fact that you are an absolute control freak who needs to be in control all the time, and if you're not, you get cranky. Just saying that, you
John- John knows
really
that's
took
not true.
charge. You really took charge. Proud of you, bro.
Whoa. This isn't about me.
I know. I'm trying to make it about you. It's like kind of the Roger Fuck Blackman thing.
I thought it was pretty simple myself. I thought it was going to be way more involved.
And actually, this was, there's a couple different kinds of brewing. There's an extract brewing, which, that's very annoying.
Thank you.
And then there's full grain brewing. And then the step above this, you know what, F you.
I just think the even cooler thing is that I can peek his laptop from over here, and it actually came up with something in the search engine. That wasn't a dick.
His search engine?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oops.
So the step above what we did would be getting the grains and grinding them yourself. Have a whole
That sounds
grain.
like a pain in the
Grinding grains.
Yeah.
Never done that.
milling grains.
Oh, milling.
Yeah.
Said for.
ass. That sounds boring. But I guess if you want your own beer and you didn't have internet access,
No,
somebody.
Yeah, I don't have internet access because I don't have the Wi-Fi code.
Oh, brother.
I was just allowed to go on the extender, which was an unsecured network, which means now everybody knows what's in my browser history because I forgot to delete it before I came over today.
Shit, so did I.
Well, just pictures of vaginas.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Vaginas,
roast beef.
Yeah.
roast beef,
Good sliced roast
Vietnam POWs. Mostly what that's all about, yeah.
So in about 6 weeks, you'll be able to try this beer.
Great.
So it's going to make not exactly, but around 5 gallons.
5
You
gallons.
won't lose anything.
You'll lose a little bit in the transfer, maybe a little bit in the bottom when we pitch the yeast.
Yeah.
Which we're just waiting for the beer to come to temperature so we can pitch the yeast now. But when you pitch the yeast, you'll get a sediment in the bottom, and you don't want to get too close to that. I have a racking cane that keeps you off the bottom
Why?
because it's tasty.
A racking cane sounds kinky.
It's not really.
Oh, just keeps you from hitting the bottom? Doesn't sound kinky. So we don't want any of that yeast in the beer that we brewed.
No, because you'll get sediment in the bottom of the bottle anyway.
At what point does it taste like alcohol and not just pure sugar shit?
So Katie wanted to taste every step of the process.
Which I think is only fair.
And I've done it too. And there's a reason why I didn't take a sip from the last cup, because it just doesn't taste like beer.
Yeah, it was nasty. It was bitter and sweet, and
Well, that's the hops, and then the malt.
when we were first starting, and you had the water going,
That was just the barley.
and we were dipping the big sack in the water,
That is such a great hand motion. I wish somebody could see that hand motion.
and
So fluent.
it's. I thought it smelled like a pizza shop. It smelled really good to me. Like, you're making your own dough or something.
When you teabagged the water, it smelled like pizza.
And then what was the second one? You were making the wort.
Well, the wort is
Well, after it was done and you boiled it.
right. Well, what we have now is wort. And, the wort starts after the grain steep, which is the when you said it tasted like tea.
Yeah, it tasted like a really. I would drink that. I'll be honest to God, I would drink that every day.
No.
It's probably super healthy for you.
Probably not.
Yeah, well, it's just barley and roasted barley, and
Nothing. It was just water at
Yeah.
that point.
the Romans had a drink. Michael,
Who's the dickhead?
party foul.
Not me.
Go get your phone, Dracula.
Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, I don't think we can. I think I'm so off track right now.
I don't remember what I was talking
Right.
about.
Now he's getting up from the table to answer his bullshit box. Great. Well, what were we talking about, John?
dipping my sack in some water.
Yes, teabagging.
So, yeah, that's what I was saying. Romans had an ancient drink. I think it was just roasted
Excuse us,
barley.
sidebars, ladies and gentlemen, you're not important.
I think it was just roasted barley and a little bit of honey.
I mean,
But
they
it was
don't really-
probably came from the same concept, I would
So
think.
just so you know, that was Ice T who was messaging me, and it was very important. I had to have that.
I'm sure it was.
It was. I left the message up so you could see it. You know, me and Icy go back way back.
Good for you.
So
Bet you use him as a character reference on that impressive resume.
What am I doing? I hit these buttons on my computer and it.
well, stop playing with your computer when we're trying to work.
You know what? Both of you need to just.
No, because this is very important. You need to rap while I look shit up.
Okay, I'm
so I
going to
don't
tell
sound
you.
like an idiot.
It's not too late.
John. Y'all. You're about 37 years too late for that one.
So, we don't talk politics, but I'm going to go back to one of the worst presidents we ever had, Jimmy Carter, and he did one good thing.
Did you know Winston Churchill was a president? He was the oldest president to ever live.
Really?
Yep. Anyway, back to Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter lifted the prohibition on home brewing, which
Good
is why we could do this today.
Well,
So
Wow.
thank you, Jimmy Carter.
one good thing
Was it
ever
in the
came from his
70s?
presidency.
You still can't brew. You can't make your own liquor, can you?
No, you cannot.
No.
No, the laws on home brewing is so many gallons per drinking age adult in the house that you can make
Who's
yourself.
gonna ever check on that?
Right now, there's fucking 5 of us.
No, Lexi's not here.
Here we go.
Physical address is still this one.
I can't pronounce them, but there was a couple different ones with barley water. So it's basically barley, barley water, and the grains that you steep in the water. So I'm not I'm not the only one that thought that was really good and would drink it as a tea.
It wasn't bad. I don't want to drink it every day.
Do we really need to go back to things the ancient Romans did for 100?
Yes.
That weren't necessarily good ideas?
Different times.
Like crucifying people.
Yeah, but that was
That
a
wasn't
whole.
a terrible idea.
I don't think.
I think we should go back to some. I think that should be a future podcast talking about the way we used to punish people and kill them.
Oh,
and
that's a good one.
I agree. I
like
could really
that
get into that one.
I bet
Roman
you could.
health food,
You-
barley soup.
Just because I like to be tied up doesn't mean I
Coquinaria.
murder people.
Say that 5 times.
Cream of
fast.
barley soup. What?
It's a barley soup. Roman health food, a nourishing recipe from the 1st century AD. Should I read the whole thing?
No, it was so popular. It's not around anymore.
They wrote about that one in the book.
Yeah, I don't know. I first saw it on.
If you look it up on the internet, some people drink their own urine, but I'm sure that that's not good for you.
There's a lot of things people do that's probably not good for you. But to each his own. You drink your own urine, far be it for me to judge you. I've done some questionable things in my lifetime, too.
Not me. I'm a saint.
How did you get on the point of drinking your own urine? Didn't Bear Grylls do that? He drank his own urine.
Who?
Bear Grylls, that survivalist?
I'm sure he did.
It's sterile.
No, I know he did. He also squeezed water out of elephant dung.
That sounds really good.
I don't know how he didn't throw up.
What I was saying, there's things that people have done in history that just because they're in the history books doesn't mean they were good.
Whatever, Mike. You can be a hater all you want.
I hate to borrow the water.
Actually, I saw it on, not Gordon Ramsay, an Alton Brown show.
You donkey.
And I think he was making beer, and then he went into a prelude about how they made this barley water.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Sounds
I think you're
very
making that up.
Alton Brownie.
Also, Alton Brown just came out and publicly apologized for making a Holocaust comment with multiple comments. He was in bad taste. Yeah, no shit.
Listen, all I know is Paula Deen made some comments in supposedly bad taste too, and I'm still going to buy her butter dish.
Her deep fried butter recipe.
Butter, y'all.
Just the butter.
Butter, y'all.
She's probably like the equivalent of that movie with the Greeks where he sprays Windex on everything.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah. She puts butter on everything.
Never saw it.
Yes, she did.
No, I never saw the movie.
Are you sure you didn't see it, or do you just not remember what it was about, or who played in it, or...
No, that's John. That's John. Got an awesome movie. You gotta watch it, dude. It's so good. You're gonna love it. What's it called? Don't know.
well, who played in it?
I don't know.
Don't know. What was it about?
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
Screw you guys.
John is so disengaged in this podcast.
No, I'm not.
He is completely in this other world.
See what happens when he has his computer in front of him?
I know.
No, I was trying to look up
The movie? Pan's Labyrinth? White Ghost?
So wait, I noticed, Katie, you didn't drink the newest batch yet.
Oh, because it's not down to temp yet.
How do you know?
Because Mike said it would take the time of this podcast.
Yeah.
You actually believe him?
Yeah.
That needs to come to a boil. Okay, it's good. Throw the stuff in now.
It was boiling.
No, it wasn't.
It started to roll.
Well, that was my question. Is it a gentle boil or a rolling boil?
It was
but
a
by
gentle
then,
boil.
Mike was already 5 steps ahead in the process, and I was already 5 steps behind. No idea what was going on. No idea how to brew beer. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
You just open the fridge and hand you a can of Schlitz and be like, all right, that's it.
There you go. There you go,
Episode's over.
How do you like that there?
All right, bud. There you go. There's your beer.
How are you going on?
All right, Hoser.
You ain't funny, man.
So honestly, this is pretty freaking easy.
So what's that other shit that you keep on talking about you want to make?
Kombucha.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
Why? So you can make fun of me?
I'd probably make fun of you regardless of what you say.
If anybody out there knows where they sell Scobies,
Scobie.
that do not come up positive on your drug test, please.
No.
Let us know.
What? They come up positive on
No,
your
they
blood test?
don't.
It sounds like something that would come up positive
okay.
on your drug test.
It does sound like a pill you pop.
Apparently, Scobies are what you use to make... Hold on, I'm going to let John tell this story, because this is one he actually tells better himself.
Not really. I just said I want to make kombucha.
Sounds gay, but go ahead. Tell us what kombucha is.
It is produced by adding a SCOBY into sweetened black or green tea, then letting it ferment for just about 1 to 4 weeks.
Okay, but what is it?
You know what, dude? That really, really sounds gay.
It's like fermented tea. It can either be...
Can you make barley tea and put a SCOBY in it?
I don't know, probably.
Mm.
Oh, well, I can't see why not.
You'll have to look that up.
Probably tastes like shit, though.
Yeah.
But
The other stuff sounds like it tastes like shit.
Mm.
the SCOBY's just it's a yeast. That's it.
Right, but you said it's reusable.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like if you've ever made sourdough.
Yeah.
You have a sourdough starter, and
My wife used to have a sourdough starter in it.
so
It's a yeast cake.
the longer you keep the starter, the better. Supposedly, the better the bread is each time. And
I was told there's a bakery in San Francisco that
yes,
has from 1700s.
yes. I ate there, and their bread is awesome.
When did you eat there?
Hmm.
When you went on vacation to San Francisco for a treat? We're going on vacation to San Francisco, guys. Don't make fun of me.
You know what?
Dude,
You're just jealous.
You work in the jail and you say something like that?
Yeah, my bad. You know,
Drop the soap, buddy.
I was young and
Dumb.
I can't figure. God, I suck at this. Trying to look up what SCOBY actually means.
Is it an acronym?
Mhm.
For what?
Which we've gone over.
Yeah, I've told you this like 80 times.
Yeah, I don't listen to you when you talk.
That's obvious.
Maybe you should make it 81. Maybe it'll sink in this time.
I'm going to. I'm going to read it real slow for you.
Okay. Can you type it
Almost as slow as you type.
Oh my God, I don't know how to spell either. It is
in? Type like
not there.
a quadriplegic, man.
I am.
That's rude.
Katie, help me out here, will you?
10-4, sir.
Why is he touching the keys with his nose?
Oh.
You don't know how to spell SCOBY?
It actually is like Scooby.
is the commonly used acronym for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. It is formed after the completion of a unique fermentation process of lactic acid bacteria, acetic acid bacteria, and yeast to form several sour foods and beverages such as kombucha and kimchi. So it would have really been good if I wouldn't have fucked up the acetic acid
now,
bacteria
Katie,
part.
the other kit that you got has lactic in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
I have lactic in my legs.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Did you hear what she said at the end there?
No, I wasn't
It's
listening.
used for making kimchi as well.
Kimchi? Cabbage?
Mm-hmm.
The fermented cabbage?
Yep.
You use a SCOBY to make kimchi?
That's what she said.
Symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Fermentation was the first key there.
Smart it.
The only kimchi I've ever had was on
You're welcome.
on that flight to South Korea.
And if someone smacks a woman, they're wrong.
And
Whose phone was that?
John's.
It's my girlfriend.
She breaking up with you again?
Nah, she wants him to come over tonight for makeup sex.
I just called to let you know we're still broke up.
Oh no! Yep, it's a picture of roast pork.
Is
Yummy!
it Bow's roast pork?
Teeth and your.
Sounds good.
So maybe we'll have another episode where we'll make kombucha. I don't know if you'd like it, Mike, but
I'll try it. Fuck it.
it's either.
I bust your chops, but I try
No,
it.
I know.
Honestly,
But-
it's not all bad.
You've had it?
It's supposed to be like
I enjoy it.
it's supposed to be like a super health food
I also have a vagina.
Health
like-
food. That's true.
because when you eat lots of yogurt, it has the good bacteria to put back in your stomach. That's the same concept, I guess. That they say.
Life culture.
And but I guess you can make it where one, it's not carbonated.
Dude, there's no way
And
you can
then-
turn that and not sound gay.
What?
What you just said.
What did I say?
I get a live culture for your belly.
Next, he'll come walking in with a man bun and fucking jorts.
Oh my god!
I can see him in a man bun
I will
And
punch you right in the
At the
nose.
same time,
with a fanny pack.
I have a fanny pack.
I know you do.
so do you.
I do not. It's a European shoulder bag.
I wouldn't even call it a satchel. You just don't wear it
a
around
satchel?
your waist because just because you don't wear it around your waist because then it would be a fanny pack doesn't mean it's still not a fanny pack. Intended purpose fanny pack. Sorry, you gay.
I just remember that. I remember that fanny pack I bought in, in this, whatever that store was, and
Where? Oh, in Saipan.
yeah, I forget what there was some weird name, but the lady kept looking at me.
You really want that?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
well, I tried to put it on and it didn't fit, and she
got-
came over to help me, and she loosened it. It went all the way to the biggest setting, and it still didn't fit. She's looking at me, shaking her head.
I don't think this fits your belly.
I'm like, I don't care. I still want it. I know somebody who can sew something together for me and make it. It didn't even fit as a shoulder bag. I really like the bag. Just didn't.
I really like the fanny pack. Now,
Well, because
if I call him gay for that, I'm wrong.
it has its place because you put your passport and all your shit right there. It's right there in your waist. Nobody's gonna come up to you and fucking steal it.
I used to have a holster
Right.
that was a fanny
Except
pack.
when it doesn't fit around your waist.
that was the problem. But
I had
I
a
don't
holster that was a fanny pack. It had Velcro. You reach in, pull your gun out.
I don't think you have to worry about carrying a gun if you're wearing a fanny pack. Nobody's gonna fuck with you.
I think Hulk Hogan has that same thing.
Yeah, brother.
He wears a fanny pack. And I bet you money he's got a gun in there.
I doubt
Or he's
it.
got little action figures of himself.
He probably does.
That's cool. I have an action figure someplace. Somebody made one for me.
I was waiting for it, and he beat me to the punch.
I don't know where it is, though. I can't find it.
I wanted to.
I would have it on the table every podcast if I
I
could
really
find
wish you wouldn't.
I want to get a bobblehead.
it. Why?
Ew. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, hang on! His soul patch is falling off.
It can't just be a bobblehead. He's got to be holding like something like Jimi Hendrix guitar or something.
Ted Nugent's
Ted
photo.
Nugent's bow.
Charlie Chaplin's cane.
Oh, good.
Ted Bundy's crowbar.
Stevie Wonder's eyeglasses.
So we went through this process. We got here about 2. It's 6 now, so 4 hours.
Yeah, but we were in no rush.
No, but I would say the whole process probably took
2
between.
hours. I don't think we really started at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, true. So, well, yeah, you were disinfecting everything,
Yes.
which is a big key, by the way. You can't. You don't want
The
any-
key to disinfecting is to get a big bucket of water,
It
pour
was
the
sanit-
sanitizer in, and then mix it with your fucking bare hand
What'd you
all
use
the
for
way
the
up to your
sanitizer?
elbow.
What's that?
What'd you use for the sanitizer?
It's a no rinse sanitizer. The one
Did
I
it
use,
come with the kit?
no, the one I usually use is called One Step, but there's SantaClean. There's
I like the 2-step.
the The Texas two-step. You like to bend over and pick up.
So
I had
for
two
any of
small
you
packs.
who care and who are listening, I'm sure there's millions of you out there. Katie bought 2 packs. Kits. My bad. Brewing kits. So that's what we used, and it comes with everything you need
Except the sanitizer.
except for the sanitizer and the buckets.
Right.
But Mike is such a seasoned brewer. He had everything we need here.
I'm sure you could probably make this process way more complicated than what we did.
Oh, there's
And I think that was the issue when I first wanted to do this. Was somebody bought me a book, and I was reading it, and they're talking about having these like all the shit you needed to buy with it. It was like it would have been a couple $100 at the time, and I'm like, man, this sounds so confusing. I'm like, I don't want to spend all this money and then not have it turn out right and screw it up.
that's the thing. Even the kits, they're not cheap, but you're making 5 gallons. You're getting about 2.5 cases out of it. But 2.5 cases of a good craft beer is $90.
So
Easy.
oh yeah,
easy. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a cheap process, but it's fun.
And
you get to see everything that goes.
yeah,
through
it is. It was fun, but like this stuff that what's it called? Zombie.
It's an
Fest.
Oktoberfest. It's a zombie fest. It's just
A zombie fest.
they threw zombie on it because they were selling it in October.
Okay, so it's
It's
a
Halloween.
Could have still called it October.
I think it said it was.
Actually, it's an extra Oktoberfest, whatever that means. I think there's extra malt in it.
So I noticed on there it said it was between 6.5 and 7.5% alcohol.
Right. I don't have the hydrometer, so I don't do the specific gravity, and I don't know what
But
my
I'm
alcohol
sure-
content is.
If it's somewhere between there, that's a higher alcohol content. The normal beer is probably like 5.5.
Well, what was the
4 to
Oktoberfest that
5.5?
we had, Katie? If you could pay attention for 2 seconds.
Put the phone down.
You're the one with percentages. You keep percentages in your mind.
What?
It's a lovely.
Oktoberfest that we had, what was the percentage on it?
7.
Really?
I don't know, Mike.
You're just making that up? You
'Cause
just
I
go
don't-
throwing up out there?
Hell.
I think it was like 5 something.
The Yingling?
But my point was,
5.7? I'd look it up, but I
the
can't
higher
remember
the
that.
alcohol content, the more you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
So 2 cases of a 7.5, like you said, probably easily run you over $100.
Oktoberfest is a Marzen, which is like my favorite style of beer. I just love it. So it's German based.
He loves when he opens the bottle, squirts all over his face, starts foaming at the top. Take care of that for you. Mop it all up.
Oh,
It's all in my beard.
flavor saver.
So we're looking at what, 2 hours? Then we had some awesome brisket.
Smoked a brisket
Mhm.
for the kids.
We should do an episode on that one time. How to smoke. There's this one guy
We should.
that I watch on YouTube, and like I said, the one time he had his whatever meat he was smoking, I think it was a pork shoulder.
Ate pork.
It was a pork shoulder. He's like, "This is what we're using." He's like picking up, look how beautiful this thing is, nice fat content. Then he goes right to his spices. Didn't wash his hands, dumping the spices on there. Then he's in it's like sugar packet with his hands and dumping that in there. And I was like, I got to read the comments on this one. So scroll down. Almost immediately, the first comment was like, "Bro, you just contaminated half your condiment drawer." And I can't get over that. So I don't trust this guy's cleanliness.
Now, a lot of guys use shakers. They make their mix, they put it in a shaker, and they shake it on. That way, they don't have to touch the meat.
No, he touched the meat.
I'm just saying a lot of guys.
Then he took
I
the
didn't say
sugar
this guy.
packet, dunked his hand in unless you like the big, like family size sugar.
Like regular sugar?
Yeah.
I
On
guess.
meat?
I think that would break the meat down and make it
No, you
more
want to
tender,
use brown
right?
sugar on.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. That's what it was. I think it was brown
You
sugar.
definitely
But
can't do
the
an
point I'm
episode
trying to
on
make
smoking.
is, shut up, Katie. He touched everything in his house with his dirty, contaminated hands. So I'm out. I'm done. I don't trust you anymore. If you
Well,
can't,
watch it. Why'd you keep watching them?
because it's like watching.
You want to watch Trainwreck?
Yeah, it's like watching those videos where a guy does an unboxing, Michael's favorite, or
Jesus.
they're reviewing something and their fingernails are like, they got them long, nasty fingernails and they're all dirty. And I guarantee you hit on the comments, that's one of the first things people say, "Bro, fingernails."
Clean your fingernails.
You ever hear of a nail clipper? But anyways, so yeah, maybe one day we'll smoke some meat together.
Most of the smoking process is the rub the night before.
Gotta rub it all up the nut power.
Okay, walked into that one.
Sure you
I'm
got it.
sorry.
Rub all the fat. Rub all the fat.
I mean, you got to
It's all
trim. You got to
melted
trim the
stuff.
fat off the whatever you're rubbing.
Just stop. Just stop. Put the shovel away.
I close my eyes real tight. The image goes away. Oh.
We tasted those cans of syrup. That actually was pretty good.
The malt?
Yeah,
The malt.
the liquid
The
malt.
liquid malt.
So once
Yeah, it was pretty good.
once you steep the barley, then you bring that to a boil. Or no, you steep it for 60 minutes or 30 minutes.
That was 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Then you take it out,
Now,
bring it to a boil.
Each one will be different on the taste of the beer because some things steep longer than others.
Okay.
And if you're just doing an extract brew, you don't have that grain bag. You just use the extract.
Huh.
Bring it to a boil.
So we basically made like 2.5 gallons of tea, barley tea.
Yep.
Then we put 2 gigantic cans of sugar into it, brought it to a boil,
And a bag of,
and a bag of
and then or the regular
sugar.
sugar. Well, it wasn't regular sugar. It wasn't table sugar.
Brought that to a boil, and then we added hops,
Hop pellet.
and threw it in a bucket with ice and on up some more water. That's it. Now what do we do after this?
Well, we'll pitch the yeast, and then we'll put that lid on.
What does that mean? Pitch the yeast.
We'll sprinkle, once the temperature goes down to a certain level, you sprinkle that yeast on there. The yeast will activate, start eating up all those sugars, and that's where you get the fermentation.
Nom nom.
Yep.
Just like
You
that.
get the num nums
And then we have the priming sugar for when we put it in the bottles over there.
with these dope stickers.
Those stickers
These
are dope.
dank stickers.
I like those stickers.
They're my stickers.
Technically, yes.
My stickers. You burned the building down.
Wanted to eat my stickers.
I mean,
So just,
honestly, I thought this was going to be way more involved.
no, it's the hardest thing is making sure everything's clean, like not dropping the strainer in the sink and stuff like that. I mean,
You mean the strainer we didn't use again?
Yeah, I dropped. Can't think of the name. You guys look at me, you get me all flustered.
Oh, we fluster him when we look at him. Kinky.
It was I dropped a big old fucking wonton on the floor this morning.
and you ate it.
Oh, I ate it. I was like, fuck it. Well, I just cleaned the floor.
Like a vacuum. Set to on.
Did you ever hear the bloop?
What?
It's called the bloop.
No.
It was recorded from some submarine or some NOAA recording station that listens to the sounds in the ocean, try and trace like whales and
That's how they traced that down plane.
yeah, it's really interesting. But I forget what year it was. It was the loudest sound in the ocean ever,
I did hear about
and
that.
they called it the bloop.
I didn't hear that though.
And
Mikey and talking to you.
I did hear about that, but not the bloop. I didn't
yeah,
hear it
it's
referred to as the bloop.
they have no idea
Mikey,
what it
back off
was.
your mic.
Okay.
They have no idea what caused it, what it was, but it was the loudest oceanographic sound ever. I don't think so. I was waiting.
Oceanographic.
I was hoping you didn't
Can you
catch
use
that.
it in a sentence, please? Is it a noun?
Oceanographically wrong. But it was like God just took a big dump in the ocean. It was called 2020.
Yeah. Accurate. Accurate.
Its nickname was John.
That's what we should rename this.
Aw.
That's what we should rename 2020. Just call the
Or we could just call it bloop.
it.
Bloop. Yeah. No.
So John, let me ask you a question.
9 inches.
What was it like to have my salty meat in your mouth?
Well, I thought it'd be bigger.
It was a small brisket.
It
That was only the flat
was hot. There was some heat on it.
Yeah.
You only use salt and pepper?
salt and pepper.
There was no
I didn't
heat
use-
on that.
Yes. There was
No,
pepper heat.
It was perfectly seasoned.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't.
Perfectly. No need for
Shut
horseradish.
Actually, I doused mine in horseradish.
Actually,
so
I liked
That's
it with
blasphemy.
I liked
Don't
it with the
care.
horseradish, but honestly, it was better without it.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
I mean,
At least one person
I'm
can
allowed to
appreciate
have
my
a
meat.
differing opinion. I thought it was good both
But-
ways. However, I prefer my meat with horseradish.
I like to eat.
Stick that
When
in
I
your
like-
pipe and smoke it.
I like to have different little, tastings.
There's no way it's coming out okay. Just go ahead and spit it out.
But, I like to have it. I like to have it a couple of different ways.
I bet you do.
Me too.
There's no way you sit at this table and say that and it not get made fun of.
So you have just the normal brisket with salt and pepper. It's fantastic.
So that's the missionary way to eat brisket.
And you have the brisket with the horseradish and sour cream.
Doggy style.
Then you have it straight up with just the horseradish.
That's reverse
I
cowgirl.
was just going to say reverse cowgirl. Yeah. All right.
Like the Karma Sutra of
Brisket.
There's no more. There's no more to this.
How
else would you eat brisket?
about barbecue sauce?
That's sticking it right in the ass. Anybody who eats their brisket with barbecue sauce.
Why make a vinegar sauce?
What do you?
That's
Would have been nice to taste that.
I didn't make it. Actually, I think there's some in the refrigerator yet.
Or you can just melt butter all over the potatoes and then mix them with the brisket.
The golden
That's
shower.
like a 3-way.
Ooh. You two are sick.
Or wait, you can just cut all the brisket up and then polish off 3 pieces right in front of your friends.
One piece.
That's
That's
raw dogging
I
it.
ate the end.
That's
raw dogging it.
It was just the tip.
Like his favorite part.
You know, I've heard that before, but there was never anything after the tip. So
She's probably over in there.
Yeah, your wife probably hates us. At least, like,
You know what?
On second thought, Mike, no.
I don't know.
Sorry, Deb.
Well, she already knows I'm ridiculous, so.
Try to think of other stuff I can say about beer making, but
I mean, we really don't know much about it. This was our
I don't
first
know
time.
anything about it. If you ask me to do that again, I'll
Ask me
go
in
up.
5 years when I have my brewery.
Well, there's instructions that come with the kit, so you just follow those.
So we could have done this all by ourselves without your condescending tone.
That is hurtful.
Mere peasants don't know how to brew the beer. Let me show you. Let me take you under my wing. Show you the right way. You're welcome.
Come with me and I'll mentor you.
God.
It was nothing like that.
I mean,
It was a
more
whole
or
lot of
less.
yelling.
Yeah. In a few
Yelling?
short words.
Could you please rinse off this cup of the screen?
Why are you so stupid?
Nobody said that.
You didn't have to. It's how you made me feel.
How do you drown a blonde? Put a scratch and stiff sticker under the pool. At the deep end of the pool. Go get your shine box when you're done.
You should check the temperature on that. You could pitch a yeast live.
Ooh. And
No.
if not, I'll pitch something else. I'll pitch
A little tent.
I'll pitch a business idea to you.
Okay.
I'll go check the yeast.
Well, I said I was going to check it first. Thanks, Katie. You're the best. No, what we need to do
You need a belt.
is we need to find out something we can do to sell to prisons.
Beer making kits?
Yeah, we need to convince.
Around 70. Yeah, it was there before. The idea was to bring it down to 70 as fast as possible. I think that yeast is good from 70 to 95.
Does it smell different? Should throw more ice in it? Put the rest of my Mountain Dew in there?
No.
We'll call it the Appalachia Special. Did I send you
The
that?
ideal temperature is 18 to 22 degrees Celsius, whatever the hell that is.
You multiply it.
No. You divide by 7/8 and then subtract 32.
Let's see. 22 degrees Celsius is 71 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, we're about a little far away from that yet. 12 degrees.
So we still cannot pitch our yeast. So John is going to pitch a business idea.
I just did.
Oh, is that what you were serious about that?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Brewing kits for prisons.
No. That was your idea. I don't know, but we need to sell something to a prison. Like this fucking iPads, the Samsung iPads that they have.
the unicorn.
And
What about sex toys?
you know what? I'm running out of ideas, but there's got to be something left. Like that commissary they get is off the charts. They spend tons of money on that.
Oh, not.
Maybe you can get them on commissary.
You can call them Sally. Oh,
Like the
How
flashlight, you
about-
can make the celly.
yeah.
A blow-up emotional support doll.
Does it
Now
have
think about it. What's one thing they don't have in prison that they need?
nothing?
Roast beef.
They have way too much already.
I don't give a shit what they have. If I'm making money off of it, they can have as much as they want. But those pads are
The Samsung iPad.
The Samsung iPads.
that company's got to be making tons of money.
Oh, they're making bank on that.
Sick.
Well, I mean, think about it.
You ever see Prison Hooch?
Mhm.
You ever taste it? Have you?
It's probably, I don't know, if it's made right, it's
I
probably
have
not
seen
that
it
bad.
and smelled it. I have not tasted it. I refuse to taste it.
Not in this jail that we work in currently, but a jail that I worked in prior to working in this jail. One of the kitchen workers made a potato-based hooch just like moonshine. Oh my god, it was good. I mean,
No.
it was good.
The only the only time I've seen it in our jail was it was made with fruit, like fermented fruit.
Yeah, and they throw bread in it.
It's almost like a wine. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what all was in it.
They throw bread in for the yeast. And
Pruno.
it's usually pretty disgusting.
Well, I'd rather it was on the female unit, so if they're using bread for the yeast, I'm a little okay with that.
That wasn't the only yeast.
There are other options, and they're live cultures.
There's some wild yeast in there.
Oh, God. Ugh, thanks.
Just saying.
When I worked at the other jail,
It was a SCOBY.
we found 55 gallons.
Wow.
And what they did is they took the trash can and they put a second bag on top of it and put trash in it. So if you try to move the trash can, it just feels like it's heavy trash, really heavy trash. But nobody ever checked underneath the top bag, so they were fermenting this stuff for weeks.
Hmm.
And we were doing a shakedown. We could smell it. You could smell it everywhere. And you go down and you were shaking down the block, and we're like, where the hell is it? And I kicked this trash can, and it's like, boom. So I pull the bag back.
Maybe that's what the bloop was.
Mike's always the one to find the good stuff.
I have found some good stuff over the years.
I found some good shit.
What was the
In
weirdest?
fact, my shit I found was archived.
What was the weirdest thing?
For me, I wouldn't say it was weird, but I was cleaning out the one air conditioner, and I reached back there, and I found 3 like classic like TV shanks, like the long toothbrush filed down to a point, and it had masking tape for a handle wrapped around the handle. I'm like, get the hell out! I'm like, that's actually real, okay. So I had 3 of these, and one dude just throw them out. And I'm like, I should really write a report. He's like, just throw them away. I was still, new, and I was like, but then they actually archived them, and they were in that big glass case.
Yeah.
So I have to let everybody know every time I'm in there that I found this.
You know what I found once? No bullshit. 4 380 rounds wrapped in paper.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
There was a note on it, and the note was basically they were going to take out one of the supervisors.
Ooh.
And the last round was supposedly the guy was going to take himself out then. And all I
Was he
remember,
gonna beat the shit out of him then?
no, he was going to shoot himself. He was going to shoot the supervisor and then himself.
I know. I said, would you beat his ass then?
Well, we don't know who it was.
Oh.
We found him. We were told to shake down an area of this jail that I was working in at the time. And all I did was complain about having it because no one wants to shake down. It's just nobody likes doing it.
It's a fucking mess.
Oh, it's hard. It's like you're ripping people's stuff apart, but we were doing an area that there was no inmates in at the time. It was hidden in an open area. And I'm bitching about it, and I get to the second area I'm checking, and that's where I found I'm like, I'm never going to bitch about shaking down again. I never have.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm told to shake something down, I just shake it down. I don't care.
Finding the last one I did, we were taking off the fucking mirrors, the toilets off the wall.
Because they could put razor blades behind.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
back in the day, they had razors, so.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, I got to put all these toilets back on the wall. This sucks. But there's a reason we do it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think I found a big bag of sugar, and the one guy, I was like, that's cocaine! I'm like, yeah, look what I found! It's like the very first time I ever searched a cell. And the sergeant was like, it's just sugar for hooch. He's like, throw it in the trash. I'm like, damn it! I thought I found a piece of gold.
You find anything besides hooch?
Shanks. I found a shank. Mine's not on display in the prison hall of fame. But I probably did save someone's life. People just keep weird shit.
I was searching a guy's cell. I got drafted on the 3rd shift, and I was searching a dude's cell.
Was this when you were still in training?
No.
Oh.
That's what you get.
Mess with the bull and you lose the microphone.
Yeah, well.
It was
worse things have happened.
It was 3rd shift, and I was trying to keep myself awake. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna search this dude's cell." There's the expert take the mic apart.
And we're back.
And welcome back.
Hey, Katie, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I was searching this guy. So it was like 2 in the morning, and I was so bored. I'm like, "Fuck it." I'm like, turn the lights on. I'm like, open up the door, pop this cell. I'm like, go sit on the couch out there. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna search your cell. Go sit out in the.
Yeah, shut up and go sit down.
So they're sitting out there, and I'm fucking tearing this dude's shit apart. And I found a big cup of tuna fish from the day before, and it's fucking rotten. It stinks like shit. I'm like, I think he had it tucked in his dirty sock,
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm like,
That wasn't
He was
for eating.
probably masturbating with it. Like,
I
wasn't tuna.
I came out with this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's like, this is my tuna fish from lunch. I'm like, why are you keeping this? He's like, oh, man, I gotta eat, man. I'm feed us here. I'm like, really?
are you sure that wasn't an inmate you can just walk down to booking?
At the one jail I was working at, they found a zip gun. We were shaking down the block. They found a zip gun. So that was kind of scary too. But really, like, you can make a zip gun with rolled up newspaper and match heads, stones in the yard, and that's pretty. And back then they had a stinger. It was something they used to use to heat their coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little coil where you take the stinger off and you just fray the wires, and you'd fold the newspaper over, you shove the matches in it, and then you just plug it in the wall, and it would light the matches and blast stuff out. I saw someone get hit with one of them once too.
What was the other one where they had the coffee, the powdered creamer, and they would fill up the little milk pint?
I've never seen that, but yeah.
They'd have it so when you open it, it sparked it. Pow! They would put shit in there and blow up in your face. They always told us to watch out for those.
I've never actually seen one, but I've heard about that.
I never did either. So I had the tuna fish cream sock. The tuna fish flashlight.
The wax sack, you mean?
The shanks, which they were so freaking
Fifi.
because they were. I mean, we didn't even have toothbrushes at that point. We had the little, 2-inch.
Oh yeah, those little finger brushes.
Yeah. You ever try brushing your teeth with those?
No,
they suck. And that toothpaste.
Did you just put it back to the inmate's cell when you were done?
Yeah. Well, I found that container of sugar.
I feel like this should be an episode.
Probably. Just jail story. I got a jail story for you.
I can't tell jail stories.
So
we can't tell jail stories.
I can. This one I can.
There's no statute of limitations on that crap.
No. This trust me, this is a good one. So I had a doctor's appointment or whatever the hell I was doing after work, and I was staying late. I'm like, I got all sloppy doing whatever the hell it was. I was like, I brought a change of clothes with me too. I got to shower up before I leave. So I'm in the tunnels, right? Everything's creaking and cracking, and there's the shower down there, like
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's really dark and dank down there, and
that's my favorite word today, dank.
Dank. Word of the day is dank.
And the two boilers were down there. I'm like, man, this is weird. I'm like, there was no shower curtain on this thing, so I'm like, what if somebody comes down here and they like come around the corner, like, Jesus Christ, oh my God, what are you doing?
I'm picking up the soap. Just come over.
I got the pipe threading machine. Go away!
That's nasty.
Just flopping around like this. So, in my infinite wisdom, I decided to shut the lights off, right? So, bam, I shut the lights off, get all my clothes off. So I'm like underneath the shower, like, what did I do? I'm like, trying to go as fast as I can, right?
Like Ace Ventura in his tub.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, that was the creepiest, like, just most awkward. I can't even describe it. Like, I quick finished up, dried off, and I'm like, yeah, never again. That was just weird.
Katie wants to say something.
I just no. I don't think I can even put this one all together. There's so many questions. I have so many questions. I'm gonna leave it alone. I think for once in my life, I'm gonna leave this one alone.
Just walk away.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Wash your hands of it.
Yep. I don't want to talk about it again.
And needless to say,
never ever again.
Whenever I'm walking down there,
I can never go down there and look at that area the same way again.
Good.
Every time you go down there in the dark, you're going to be looking for naked John in the shower with the pipe threading machine.
I'll be around the corner. John, are you over there? John?
If you hear that,
I'm just picking up the soap.
If you hear that little sound of a motor going, just walk away.
I'm just threading some pipe. Don't mind me.
Don't fucking look at me.
You are a certified freak.
So.
7 days a week.
Not only the fact, because this jail's old as shit.
Yeah.
And it's not, if those walls can freaking talk down there. And
I don't want them to talk. No, thank you.
But, I mean, I've been down there tons of times, and I know I'm the only one on shift walking around to go fix something that's an emergency. and I fucking hear keys jingling.
You hear Dylan.
And I'm like, and I've already like walked around the corners. The camera shut off again?
The camera's been off.
And, you know, I walked around the corners like trying to see if anybody walked down there.
You had a GoPro.
If only I had a GoPro. Be fired. All I got is the memories. Steel bolt. Steel trap. Right, Katie?
Ooh. John, I don't even know. No, you don't even remember what you had for breakfast this morning.
What are you talking about? Yes, I do. I dropped that wonton on the floor.
Ah, that's right, because we talked about it on the podcast. Yeah.
Try again.
Yeah, it's a steel vault. Things go in and nothing ever comes out.
That's the way I like it.
So, pretty far off topic.
Yeah,
as usual.
The new title of this episode is going to be called Brewing Brisket Bullshit. You're welcome.
You named the last one. It worked out.
I'm pretty good at this. That's what the woman of the group is supposed to do. Make all the executive decisions. Too long.
I can't tell jail stories.
No, don't give anything away.
There's not jail stories I could tell. Not live on the air.
Back when Michael was a bruiser.
Back in my day.
We didn't have cameras or rules. I made the rules. The rules were eat concrete, you piece of shit.
Nothing like that. I would never do anything like that because I'm not that kind of person.
Hulk mad, Hulk smash. Your face into the fucking barn.
Yeah, you tried doing that today.
Now it's, do you want sprinkles on your ice cream?
Oh yeah, that's how it is too.
Yeah.
You wind up in jail yourself.
Can I give you a hug and make you feel better?
No, you can't give him a hug. That's still wrong.
An air hug.
Oh my God.
It depends on some people. Like,
can I bring my therapy dog to work?
They'll
I think I
some I think it's in California, San Quentin or Corcoran, they have therapy cats for the prisoners on death row.
Well, you know, school, the
SCI,
Monterey has the dog program, and they work with Villalobos out of New Orleans.
Really,
that's pretty cool.
They did an episode about it.
They should work with local shelters. Not that I don't support Villalobos. I'm just saying.
Well, Villalobos had an influx of a lot of dogs at one point, and they.
Well, yeah, because
so do our local shelters.
I know, but it was a lot for one area. I'm sorry if you don't like New Orleans.
It's not that I don't like New Orleans. It's just that I feel like they're. You know what? I'm not going to get into my personal feelings.
I thought it was cool that they worked together, but yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, it was so
it is cool. It is cool, but I feel like that's also like a publicity ploy. But that's just me. I mean, you know.
But it drew attention to the program, and
of course it did.
Nothing wrong with that.
There isn't. It's just don't get me started. I love animals more than I love people, so I will advocate for them any day of the week.
I do too.
What?
I hate people.
As you guys were talking, I was thinking, I'm like, you ever come across when you're working with inmates and you try to do something? The guy might have a little bit of skill on the outside.
Dude.
No, wait, hold on. And he tells you how to do it, and you're like, shut the fuck up. And you're stubborn, and it ends up turning out he was right.
Oh, that never happens to me. You know what happens a lot? Guys will tell me, if we only had this tool, it would be so much easier.
Thanks.
Yeah, we don't have that tool. Get back to work.
I remember the one guy, he was telling me, I was a welder out on the street. And I'm like, really? And I didn't really know how to weld at the time. Yeah. I can show you. Oh, man, I was vicious. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you want to try it? Yeah, I'll show you how to do that. All right, here you go. And then he tries to start up. I'm like, hey, you might want to put the helmet on. Kind of hurts your eyes when you see the welding flash. Oh, yeah. Puts the helmet on. Then he's just a gun and he's trying to, like, go and you might want to turn the machine on, too. He's like, well, this machine's a lot different than the one I used out on the street. I'm like, you're not a fucking welder.
The one I used out on the street doesn't have a switch on it.
Yeah.
I had a guy who...
We probably shouldn't air any of this.
What?
I don't know.
I'm not naming names. It's not even at this jail. It could be another jail.
It could be referring to somebody else. Like Katie's like, please not talk about this.
I'm listening. Katie's preoccupied. I'm listening.
You're always preoccupied.
Yeah. Anyway.
I need more Mountain Dew. Caffeine helped.
Well, we'll just make this one episode and sack it. An hour.
Fine. Let's do it.
You said sack.
You said sack earlier.
I did, multiple times.
Yes, you did. You said about dipping your sack.
Oh my god, can we not make it sexual for once? Everybody gets points for their defense. Thanks for tuning in.
Can I just take this mic home with me, my headphones, and I just want to sit at my table and just talk into it? I don't even care if it's recording or not.
Yeah.
You could probably hook that up here.
You talk about whittling wizard.
You know what? I was going to give you a wizard, but
Aww.
now.
Oh, John.
I might just carve you a big middle finger.
Wouldn't be the most degrading thing you've ever done to me. So
Ouch.
at least you asked me if I wanted anything tonight for Rudders.
Yeah, he asked me after he got here. Hey, by the way, I got this cool soda at Rudders at a fountain.
Yeah. I know I was supposed to bring pulled pork for last week's episode, but I said fuck you guys and made it on Sunday instead. It was great.
It was really good.
It was so good. It's all right.
You guys love
We do.
We don't really have a choice.
We do.
it. How could you say no to a retard?
That's what I have made it my life's mission to take pity on the charity cases. That's why I have a deaf dog. That's why I love you. That's why I'm sitting here at this table right now with you two. So,
What's Michael's story?
I don't have friends.
aww, see, this is why pity on the charity cases. Look, my empathy's kicking in.
I don't like people, so
Oh,
the few people I do like, I'll do stuff with.
Yeah, I could talk to just about anybody. I just like making stories up.
and he's really good at it. That's why I don't know that 90% of the time half the shit that comes out of his mouth is the truth or a lie.
He's a horrible storyteller.
No, Mike, he's
That's
not.
what I'm actually trying. Like, but when I'm not and I'm just feel like screwing around or say some bullshit.
Have you ever actually listened to this man speak?
Yeah, it's painful. You have heard the last 7 podcasts, haven't you?
I have.
Painful.
What was that one I was in Target trying to get that guy to eat my popcorn?
Dude, we're walking around Target, and it was a female, and John buys a bag of popcorn. But we're at the checkout line, and I think I bought John a bag of popcorn, because at that point, he just needed to eat. And so we're walking in the parking lot, we're going to put the stuff in the car, and he just looks at this random lady, and he's like, "Hey, ma'am, you want some popcorn?" She's like, "No."
She pulled a gun on me.
She did. She's like, but yeah, I mean, he made friends with a lady in the post office because she was talking about elderberries. I'm sitting in the car waiting to go. He comes back and he was literally supposed to drop a fucking envelope in one of the boxes that is already there.
What the hell? She was mailing some kind of
Elderberry
liquid potion to one of her eBay buyers, and give me credit, the line was like 3 deep. So
you didn't have to get in a line, John. It was an envelope with a letter. They have 2 boxes. One says stamped, one says metered. They're hung on the wall for that specific purpose.
But I wanted to make sure this thing got in there.
He wanted to talk to someone because nobody ever talks to him.
I'm going to get in line, see if I can make some friends. Aw, he's getting aggressive.
Yeah.
You know how he gets.
I do. Almost like you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mm-hmm. Hope there's no rabid raccoons in the driveway when I leave tonight.
Okay with that. So you didn't learn anything about brewing beer.
Yes, you did.
You didn't learn anything about jails.
Like the Doug Sachs.
I'm so sorry we do this to you guys every week, but you know what? You keep coming back for more, so you must either be a glutton for punishment or you must not have anything better to do. Either way, we appreciate you tuning in and listening. Our loyal fans, all 6 of you. 3 of them, which Mike's accounts.
Amen. Cut my shit and
22.
bear myself.
22.
22 at least.
Oh, we're getting up there.
Yeah. We're rolling.
Or it could just be the same people listening to it 4 times.
Unique users.
How long do we get monetized?
What's that?
How long do we get monetized?
Never.
No, I checked the other day. We made like 53 cents from this podcast already. Yeah. We could almost buy a soda.
A fountain soda.
No, not a fountain soda.
It's the only kind of soda you can get. So,
with that being said, folks, have a good night. Go take on the world.
Hold on, stop.
Welcome back to the Shit Show 2.0.
I'm actually amazed that we're all friends. Mike, I will reach across this table and the whole entire world will hear me bitch slap you.
Do you have any duct
Not punch you, slap.
Oh, this is gonna go downhill real quick.